Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I would like to show you how you can scrap and import data into Google Sheets. We are a financial channel, so we do Google Sheets for investors or for any kind of financial guys. So we will scrape some financial data now, but of course you can use this knowledge to scrape any kind of data you need. But before we start, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. In the description box below this video, you can also find a lot of goodies and downloads, so check it out. First of all, we would like to create a new Google Sheet. So you need a new Google Sheet. If you're already inside the Google Sheet, you can just go File, hover over New and Spreadsheet. And if you click that, you automatically get a new and clean Google Sheet like this. So next step is we start to use our function. The function that we will use to scrape data is IMPORTHTML. So you start to type equal import HTML. So here we have already a new function. So let's just take a minute. And let's just look into the description in this function to understand how this Google Sheets function really works. So I think it's a very nice function nowadays in Google Sheet that you have a nice description here. So for the better understanding, first, after you put the import HTML word here, you need to put the URL. So the URL is any kind of website URL. So if you put yahoo.com and yahoofinance.com, you just put yahoofinance.com. Later on, I will show you how it really works. The next thing is the query. But here you can also see the description, in which form you should put in the description. The next thing is the query. In this case, we have two different options. One is list or table. Most of the time you can use table, but if it's a list, is it also okay? In this case, we will use the table because we would like to scrape any kind of data from the finance function. For example, from Yahoo. There's also an index. So the index starting at 1, which identifies which table or list as defined in the HTML source should be returned. Probably in this case, it's a little bit hard to understand, but you will see how is important, because after the scraping, we can scrape the data. We can also analyze the data inside the website, and there is also some techniques how you can recognize on which place is the table that you would like to scrape. But in this case, there is also an example, and there is also the last one. So the last place is a locale. So after the query and the index, there's this locale, and this is the language. A language and a region locate code to use when parsing the data. So, okay, in this case, I would say let's implement this knowledge into the practice. So let's just do some practical exercise. For the practical exercise, we need a URL with a table with some data. So in this case, I already told we would like to use some financial data. I already prepared this URL link. And in this case, in this link, there is a lot of lists and tables about public corporation by market capitalization data. So in this case, we just look what we have here. So as you see, a bunch of different stocks and shares data. Okay, but what we can do with it? If we go to import HTML, quotation marks. So in this case, you need to copy and paste the URL. Copy, and between these two quotation marks, you paste the URL. And after the query part, you write table. And this is enough in this case if you just put index 1. And bam, you get the data from the first table. So like from this table. So these are the table. This is the table, and if you would like, as a next step, I show you how you can scrape any kind of other data and how you can locate on the website the data, the table that would you like to have, and how you can implement and import into the Google Sheet. So the next step, as I already promised, I will show you how you can locate the table that you would like to scrape. So all you have to do, just go back to the place, go to website, and choose any kind of table. So I would say I would like to see in my Google Sheet. So here, for example, this part of the website or this table of the website. All you have to do is just right click and you need to come here. So in this case, in English, you will see here, I think it's inspector or something, inspector. And if you come here, you can see the elements, console, source, network, and performance and memory. In this case, I need to come here to the console. And you should write this code here. This code you can also copy from here, or you can find in the description box below this video. I will put this code there. And you hit enter, and you can see a stack of information here. So basically, this thing is that is locate which number of the table is that. So for example, if I would like to do to scrape, to put in my Google Sheet the 2020 table, so the stocks, the list of December 2020 indicate change in market values relative to previous quarter. So the informations and the stock values from the quarter from 2022 or from this year, then we would like to see. So you just came here and it will appear and highlighted that table that you need. So in this case, this is the table 3. Yeah. But if you would like to scrape the 2019 informations, then you come here and it will be highlight the 4th. But as I already told, we would like to scrape the 2020 data, and it's also highlighted this table. So it's nice. Now we know it's the table 3. So when we come back, we start to import HTML, quotation marks, come back, copy, paste between the quotation marks. This one, and in this case, we don't use list, we're on a table, and we learned that this is the table 3. So we put here 3. And now, as you see, we get the data from here to our Google Sheet. I would like to show you just one more trick about the imported data. Sometimes you cannot do anything with the imported data. So for example, with this, because Google Sheets understand the imported data as a string. Strings means in the computer language like a normal text. So you see here, for example, number but Google Sheets understand this is not a number, this is a text. So, and if you would like to use, for example, a sum function, so you would like to add the numbers with each other, that will you get their an error message back. So how can you fix this problem? For that problem, you can use the function value. So this is the value function, and this value function converts a date, time, number string into a number. So string, as I already mentioned, it's a text. It's a data format. And this function will convert the data format string, in this case, this is a data format string, into an integer, for example, or double. So the value here like this, and we get the information 3000. And as you see, as it gives us a suggested autofill. That means you will automatically give and convert to other numbers from string to value integer or double. So after it, if you click here yes, you can use any kind of mathematical function. And it's already sum. So you used the sum function with this information. So that's it. Today we learned how we can scrape data from any website to Google Sheets. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And thanks for watching. Bye.